From the Black Swan Media Studios, deep inside a secret underground bunker, we're speaking to freedom-loving patriots from all around the country and the world. Welcome to the Resistance. This is John Crump, live.
And we are live. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Tomorrow we have a guest from Grassroots, North Carolina, Paul Valone. Next week we have a GOA attorney, a couple GOA attorneys on talking about different aspects of the legal system. And we also will have Gun Owners of California person on and maybe someone else from a gun rights organization. I am working on all that right now. But today we decided to do something a little bit different. Every once in a while, we like to do a call-in show. Poorman Machine Gun, how are you doing, my friend? I love his stuff on Instagram. You guys should check him out. The 2A Boys is also out there. I see Kurt24, who supports us all, and the great guy, great. I think he's an admin for everyone. Toy Town Inc., Lightning Scott, Xanthi Misfit, of course. Can't forget Xanthi Misfit. The 2A Boys. Did I already say that? Yeah, and a bunch of other people. So when people are going to be coming in, we are going to be taking calls. It's just going to be an open forum where anyone can call. And yes, I do have the Crumpy Zero number because it was free.
So where is the phone number?
It's actually on the thumbnail, and it's rolling right there.
Oh, there it is.
How are you going to be able to call? And I'll be running it down below. So it's 844 Crumpy Zero. 844 is a toll-free number, so it costs you nothing to call in and talk to us.
So we're going to let just anyone call in. So are we going to screen them in any way?
No, we're just going to pop them right on.
We're just going to drop them on and they can call in.
Absolutely. That's the fun of it. Remember the last time we did this?
That's a daring bit of broadcast.
Remember the last time we did this, Rich?
Yes.
We got some psycho lady.
Yeah.
Who I was like, who is this lady? So I looked her up, and she tries to call into every show possible to defend Brittany. Yeah, that was interesting.
So,
Free Brittany. Yes, Johnny 3 Bar. Johnny 3 Bar has been there. Kurt 24 was there for that show. That was definitely an interesting show. So we're going to be taking calls in a few minutes here. So let me just, Rich, worried about getting a strike? Well, since we're not doing video, and the only person that's ever gotten me a strike on my channel is Rich. Multiple times. Isn't that right, Rich? Rich? Why are you talking?
Holy crap.
What? Okay, that was definitely interesting. Plant their freedoms. I have no idea what the hell just happened, but Rich just took off for some reason. Hopefully he'll be coming back. But yeah, that is definitely something that was unexpected. I have no idea. But whenever you want to call in, you can just call in at the number and we will discuss whenever. But we're going to open the phone lines up in about, well, whenever, probably another 10 minutes or so. He's under a lot of stress. I'm not really sure what happened. He just said, holy crap, and definitely was looking around like a squirrel. Hopefully, he's not being raided by the ATF because that would be bad. So let's go ahead and talk about something that happened today. Steven Stambolia, who is a good friend and a GOA attorney, he deals with non-GOA cases too. One of the cases that he was dealing with was a suppressor case out of Illinois. They're suing Illinois to try to make Illinois allow people to be able to have. They were called in for a hearing today, and in that hearing, the judge said that he is going to hold any ruling in the case. This is more rural. So he's going to continue, the court will continue the stay pending the Illinois assault weapons ban. So we'll see what exactly happens here. Rich, welcome back. What happened?
I don't know. Like I'm on my phone. I'm using my cellular network. I'm running analytics on my networking, and the networking looks good, which is weird. But I did see the latency go up going to StreamYard. So that's just kind of really weird.
All right. So should we open it up yet?
Yeah.
All right. So there's a number there. You're going to call that number, and then what you will do is you will hit 0 and you'll be put through to us.
I was almost going to dial in myself.
You can try it.
Well, now I can because I'm using my phone.
No. That's why your camera doesn't look like a potato.
Yeah, it's a newer, not potato. Well, plus also I'm using my cellular data.
Okay. Well,
or I should say mobile phone data.
You know what I'm going to do? I am also going to pin out the StreamYard link so people can join through StreamYard as well.
Let's see. So I'm trying to figure out how to prop up.
You don't have a...
Well, I do, but hold on. Let's see. Will it work this way? Without pushing the buttons? Yes. Okay.
Well, that's good. You look a lot better now, man.
Yeah, and instead of using my Note 10,
and you're not clipping. Your sound's not clipping either.
I'm using the Beats.
You should do this more often.
I don't know what happened because I thought my audio worked fine for a long time, and then it didn't, and I didn't change anything.
Rip Curl Readiness is out there. He does a good show with Red Dawn Readiness.
Rip Curl does no, I don't think Rip Curl does a show with Red Dawn.
I thought he did.
No.
Okay,
no, they're two different people.
I know, but I thought they did a show together.
I don't believe so. I haven't seen it, if they do.
Do you? Well, if you want to join, you can join Rip Curl Readiness. because I don't want to sit here. This was a last minute idea. So anybody wants to have any questions, have any conversation whatsoever, because we ran out of guests today. So, Rich, since you got
Yes.
back from goals, have you recovered?
No, you know what? So today, well, first off, my schedule's thrown off. I have a normal routine of how I do things. So we usually have the guests, have the show built by like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock latest. Yeah, and so Wednesday's a busy day for me because I got other stuff going on at 6:30. So I got I got the house torn apart a bit trying to clean up my office here. And so yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge to get everything done in a timely manner.
Doesn't Red Dawn Readiness does something with another guy with the readiness in his title?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Well, get this, dude. I went to fill out my to submit my tax stamp application for my new suppressor, and
Okay.
there's a problem with e-forms.
A new problem with, is it like just with you or is it with e-forms in general?
With e-forms itself, you can put all the information, but when you submit it, it errors out.
So they're moving fast and breaking things. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much. Hopefully, they get it
Uh,
done fixed quickly. I'm not in any rush. I got a suppressor that works with 17 HMR 22 long rifle 5.7, and several other calibers.
so will that work with 5.56 also if it works with 5.7?
No,
Really?
really, not ready for 5.6, but it's ready
Wait,
for.
is that because there's too much gas?
Yeah,
Much.
it's a gas thing. 5.56 has a lot more gas,
Hmm.
and you don't want to blow out your baffles.
Uh-huh.
So, have you been watching
So,
any of the Democratic campaign or the
I've seen people's analysis of it, so I haven't actually. Well, first off, I don't have TV, so um, no. But I've seen YouTube videos of clips of it in people's analysis. So apparently Monday they released their platform, and in their platform they said Joe Biden was the candidate several times. So they didn't go and do a search and replace of Joe Biden for Kamala Harris. So that was kind of interesting. Um, they have been running late, so it seems as though they have production issues. That Biden came on, I think, after 11:30, and again last night. That Obama was on, after 11 o'clock. You want your anchors like, well, both were on, but Barack. So you want your anchors typically in that primetime slot, between 8 and 11 at least, and they've been missing it, and it just seems like it's a very amateur hour. And I guess the other thing that a lot of commentary has been about is, hey, make me president and I'll fix all the things. It's like, fix them now. Why wait?
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're the one who caused all the issues.
Right. So nobody's calling in, huh?
No one's
I feel
calling it.
like I feel like Stephen Baldwin.
Do you think if Kamala gets into office, she'll use executive orders to pass gun bans? I don't think they'll pass gun bans. I do think they'll try to do something, but that's been pretty much pushed back on. So I'm not sure exactly what they could do. But you know what we should do? We should review an article that came out today.
Did you write it?
No, I did not write it.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, Lightning Scott. How grisly could you possibly make things? An abortion van parked outside the convention. Oh, I read this article.
Yeah.
So this is a website called The Trace.
Yeah.
And
they try to talk. I'm the one who found them when they were trying to hide in plain sight.
so they seem to have, found somebody to talk to
We have a
freely.
call coming in. Here we go.
Oh,
Hold on. Let me just switch this to the Roadcaster.
Press 1. To send the voicemail, press 2. To hear the phone number, press 3.
Hey, thank you for calling in.
I called in.
Who's it?
Hey, Dad, what are y'all doing?
What's up, Keith?
Oh, we're just recovering from a great weekend at Goals.
Yeah, what did you
oh
think?
yeah.
Goals was awesome. It could not have. Being a first year for an event, I felt it went off without issue at all, and the turnout and the organization, the whole deal was just fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. I saw you guys all going around. You guys were having some fun with Brandon Herrera. I saw.
Yep, we find that was a main mission for the weekend. The boys wanted to meet Brandon Herrera.
Oh, cool.
And, through friends and contacts, we made that happen.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
it was pretty cool.
He was,
How'd your panel go? You were on a panel, right?
yeah, it went well. We had probably 30 people in there, I'd say, and the three of us, myself and Clover Tack and Lee from GOA Texas, we told our stories and answered some questions. One cool thing that came out of it was there was a dad there that was struggling to find a range that would let him shoot with his 7-year-old son. And I was able to connect him with Josh from Opie and the Smokies, where we held the media range day, and I connected those two, and Josh is going to set him up, and he said no problem at all, because the guy was local to the Knoxville area. So
cool.
He said no problem at all, and even better, he's going to bring the dad and his son out. The dad was a Army vet, but he's going to bring them out and play with night vision with them.
Oh, no way.
So he was excited about that. So
Yeah,
that made me feel good.
No, that's good. The whole thing is about community. So did you read this article
That's right.
on the Trace?
No.
Well, the Trace was trying to bash GOA for having this, but it turned out, I think it was more of a it seemed like more of a sales pitch that GOA would put out there.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, so we're going to go over that. You're welcome to stay on and discuss it with us if you want, or whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Let's. I'll hang out.
All right, Rich, let's read this. This is by Will Van Zant, who I got a picture of trying to be all sneaky like.
Yeah. So it says Hardline Gun Owners Convention features Trump, NRA jokes, and John Wick's car.
Like
Gun owners of.
I guess they don't like John Wick.
Well, they go. I love how they frame John Wick later in this article. That it's
we're gonna get to that.
Like revenge porn or whatever they call it.
Revenge fantasy.
Revenge fantasy. Yeah.
That's a commercial for the gun industry.
Gun Owners of America, a self-styled, no-compromise gun group, held its first summit in Knoxville. It was an amalgam of pro-gun absolutism, religiosity, and commerce, and a campaign stop for Donald Trump. Well, he didn't stop there. He had a message.
He had a video message, and the religiosity
Yeah.
was the prayer at the beginning of.
Oh, because I'm like, what are they talking about? Did I miss a church service? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Editors, no. This story contains derogatory language, and some readers may find offensive. I read the article. I gave it a quick skim. I didn't see what was offensive, but on the morning of August 17th, Donald Trump appeared on a large screen in the Knoxville Convention Center's Grand Ballroom as the first ever gun owners advocacy and leadership summit got underway. We're now running against the most radical gun grabber that has ever been nominated for president of the United States, Trump.
Which is true.
Kamala Harris has supported gun confiscation schemes throughout her career, and she does it constantly. That's really putting her right up alongside some of those most dangerous dictators anywhere in history.
Which is also true.
Trump then delivered a message repeated often at the two-day event, the one thing with gun owners, and the one thing with gun owners, and I don't know why, maybe they just have a certain way about them. Maybe they're rebelling, but they don't vote. Oh, okay. So, get out the vote. Oh, well. They got to get out and vote, he said. If gun owners of this country voted, just a small percentage of them, we would have a victory like you've never seen. And that's true. I know Jared from Guns and Gadgets keeps saying that.
Exactly.
Trump's appeal.
Yeah, 10 million.
Yep. Trump's appeal at the summit itself.
10 million unregistered.
Right on. Underscores the increased clout of Gun Owners of America, the group behind the event. Founded in 1976, GOA has always billed itself as a more extreme, no compromise alternative to the National Rifle Association.
You goddamn
opposes, right? I'm like, it opposes all firearm restriction, wants the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms be abolished, and believe its mission is rooted in the Christian Bible.
That
like, okay.
I'm not really sure where that came from, but whatever. But
no, like, right. What? Okay. Like, oh lordy, they're bad people. Since 2019, when revelations about the misuse of funds began to erode the NRA's membership, revenue, and status in the gun movement, the GOA, an array of smaller organizations, have moved in to fill the void, spending more money on lobbying and wading deeper into electoral politics. Stephen Inglima, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, a member of both groups who had driven to the summit from North Carolina, said that while the NRA remains bigger and more varied in its programs, the GOA is by far the more important organization because of its hard line. Once you start compromise a right, I'm reading that wrong. Once you start compromising a right, it stops being a right, said Inglima, 71. The GOA is on point, far more on point than the NRA.
Grasshopper, call for.
I think we lost Keith, but we got somebody else on the phone now, I think.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello?
Good. Is this Rich and Crow?
It's dark.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think we lost Keith, though. Keith, are you still
All
there?
right. It's me. Gosh.
I'm not familiar.
First off, I think the direction of this channel is just, I'm really beginning to be concerned. I think you guys need to hire a producer. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
You knocked off Keith from the 2A boys.
It knocked him off?
Yes. I did by accident.
Oh, you did by accident?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell him. Actually, I could dial him in and bring him on if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're getting the three-way.
Here, hang on one sec.
Some
right,
speakers made digs at the NRA, including the group's former spokesperson, Dana Loesch, who drew cheers with references to the controversial spending habits of former NRA leadership. There are organizations that worry about wardrobe and makeup more than lobbying for the rights in Washington, D.C., Dana Loesch told an audience. And if they have any problem with what I said, they can just email me at kissmydoublesnakes.com. Oh, okay. Yeah, ASS is what she said. The summit.
I guess that's probably what the harsh language they were talking about.
Oh, is that the harsh language? I'm sure, the Trace never uses harsh language. The summit was an amalgam of pro-gun absolutism, religiosity, and commerce. GOA Senior Vice President Eric Pratt ended one prayer session by thanking the Lord and Brownells, a firearm company.
I have no idea. I'm just going to hang up on that. All right, keep on going.
That's Dark's hold music. Brownells, a firearms company and the event's primary sponsor. Many panelists were so-called gun influencers, social media personalities who get firearms industry cash to produce content geared towards gun enthusiasts. One influencer,
oh my God,
Johnny B, kicked off the summit with an event called Spicy Friday. They hate you and they hate America, but I'm not going to tone it down, Johnny B vowed before showing memes to a chuckling crowd. One meme, Kamala Harris hits the campaign trail, depicted a young woman in skin-tight blue dress soliciting a trucker. Another showed Michelle Obama holding a sign that read, "Black Dudes for Harris." I was there. It was fun. On an exhibition floor, firearms and accessory makers displayed a range of goods from hunting arms to self-defense pistols and AR-15 style rifles to Second Amendment themed bourbon, ballistics dummies, high-powered rifle scopes, because them things be dangerous. Browsers wore t-shirts emblazoned with statements like the ATF is gay, taxes are gay, guns don't kill, people kill. Guns don't kill, people, feds do. One t-shirt.
True.
One t-shirt for sale identified the wearer as a waterboarding instructor. Also on display was a 1969 Ford Mustang driven by John Wick, a fictional hitman featured in a series of revenge fantasy films that have served as product placement vehicles from firearms industry.
You're back. We hung up on you because your hold music was playing.
We're back.
Oh, hey.
Both Keith and Dark are back.
All right.
Cool.
Dark,
So,
I'm unfamiliar.
Actually, we, as Freedom Crew University, we all got a picture of the John Wick car. So we did a couple of photo op type things,
Yeah, we did.
all in our FCU t-shirts.
All right, keep on going.
Okay, let's see. Whoop. Nearby, a large poster showed Trump with a halo around his head.
Hey guys, I'm going to take this next call.
A bloodied ear and a crown of rifle rounds. His torso.
Grasshopper, call for extension 0.
You're on the air.
I am.
You are. Who's talking?
Awesome. Is this John Crump?
It is.
Buddy, it is good to finally talk to you. I've been
I know who that is.
Supporter and subscriber, and I just want to tell you I appreciate everything you do for the community.
It sounds your voice sounds familiar.
Yeah, say hi to Misty.
What's up, Ron? How you doing?
What's going on? I had to.
You thought I was gonna? You gonna be able to sneak by there?
Well, I tried, but I guess my voice is recognizable by now, huh?
All right. So what do you think about this article in the Trace?
To be honest, I am at work and I just noticed y'all were live and I saw the call in, so I just trolled you real quick.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
not-
cool.
I'm sorry,
All right.
but yeah, I'll let you be. But hey, Rich, hey everybody, take
Hey,
care.
man.
Everyone check out Ron Wayne on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Who returned
Yeah,
Fragot's
Crump got me
toaster?
started. Yeah, Crump got me started on YouTube. Props to Crump.
Yeah, I said,
Woo-hoo.
dude, you should start a YouTube channel, and he did.
Yep. And he's killing it.
He did. He said that, and I launched the video and it exploded. So thank you, brother.
No problem.
Y'all take care. I've got to run.
All right, see you, Ron.
All right, man. I'll go back. Nearby, a large poster showed Trump with a halo around his head, a bloodied ear, and a crown of rifle rounds. His torso bare, tattooed, and muscular. It was God alone, the poster said.
Do you know what this is?
Oh, that's cool. I missed that poster. I didn't even see that.
Do you know what that's from, though?
Gosh, no.
50 Cent.
Oh, is it? Okay. Oh,
You
yeah,
have that
yeah.
behind him.
Okay, yeah, I remember that now. To the belief that among many attendees that divine hand saved the candidate from assassination. I believe. On panels, speakers urged parents to take their kids out of public schools where the feminist education cult holds a sway on the male spirit is crushed. Kids who stay in public school will ultimately reject their parents' values. An audience was told millennials are proof. They are voting for Kamala, a speaker said. They don't even know what bathroom to use.
That was the John Lovell form.
Wow. GOA regional political directors held a discussion on organizing, describing how their real fight was not with Democrats, but with Republicans willing to strike deals. They're fine with wearing the boots of oppression, one panelist said, so long as they get to do the curb stomping. Sam Paredes, a GOA board member who leads Gun Owners of California, gave a talk highlighting
and we'll be on the show next week
by radical humanist whom he denounced as corrupt because they base their ethics on sources not supernatural. We are fighting evil, said Sam, who advocated a combative stance when dealing with opponents. If you act by nature and respond politely, read the slide in his presentation, the liberal will crush you. Behind him, sometimes bizarre rants, there was a deep political discussion summarized early in the summit by Knox County Mayor Glenn Jacobs, also known as Kane, cool,
who
in his
will be
pro wrestling days. Our Constitution contains a failsafe. Our Constitution contains what I call a break glass in case of emergency clause. Our Constitution contains the Second Amendment. Amen, brother. Jacobs was clear that he does not want that glass broken, but views it as an essential deterrent. Any petty tyrant that thinks and dreams that they can oppress us has to contend with their worst nightmare, he said. Millions of everyday people standing in opposition to them, armed to the teeth.
Exactly.
Many at the summit saw Harris as a threat to the continued vitality of that deterrent, not least because her perceived determination to confiscate guns. Rallying gun owners to defeat her in November was the chief talking point of several speakers. Of course, animus in GOA ranks to Harris predates her rise to Democratic presidential candidate. The group's longtime attorney, William J. Olson.
Rob's
he's
dad.
a bad guy. Oh, okay. Has supported a conspiracy theory that Harris does not meet the Constitution's citizenship requirement for the presidency. Speakers claim that there are 10 million hunters and gun owners in America who are not registered to vote. If gun owners of America shown up on election day, We will wipe them out, said Kash Patel, who served at Trump's National Security Council and has promised that Trump will exact revenge on his enemies should he regain office.
You know what Trump's revenge? He said his revenge would be
What did he say?
success.
Wow. Okay, it's nice to twist words. Harris has a lengthy record of supporting firearms restrictions. In 2019, she expressed support for AR-15 style rifle buybacks, but has recently dropped that position. Harris said that as president, she will work to pass universal background checks, red flag laws, and a ban on AR-15 rifles. So how did she drop? Okay. While no such ban has been worked out in detail, it's not likely to involve confiscating or buying back rifles already in circulation, but would prohibit their future sale. Oh, okay, so we're okay.
Either way, that's still bad.
And Glima, the attendee from North Carolina, said that by prohibiting him from purchasing a certain firearm, such a ban would be tantamount to confiscation, a step that Harris's real goal of seizing guns. Do I think that would be the end game? He said, of course. Well,
Absolutely.
in Glima's view was widely held, it is not universal. Thomas Grant had traveled from Michigan for the event. While not a GOA member, he described himself as a gun rights supporter who was made uneasy by the rhetoric and partisanship. Yeah, I don't believe that.
You couldn't go in unless you were a GOA member.
Yeah, you had to be a GOA member, so you can't not be a member. He said to gain advantage, both sides in the gun debate tend to argue that they are on the verge of cataclysmic defeat at the hands of their enemies, when the real picture is more complex. I'm 35, so I remember that every time there is a Democrat candidate, it's they are coming for our guns. They are coming for our guns, and it did not happen, Grant said. They will try to put in place together restrictions, yes, but actual outcome is actually come in and confiscate guns? No.
Like they didn't do that with force reset triggers.
Right.
And oh, wait a minute, they did, didn't they?
And they didn't confiscate anybody's guns in Louisiana after Katrina happened.
And how about solvent traps? They didn't say after they changed their thing on solvent traps.
The inaugural summit had moments of buzz and busy exhibition floor, but also sparse crowds for some events. In response to a request for an attendance figure and comments on whether the summit met expectations, GOA spokesman Luis Valdez provided a written statement that referenced to the event by its acronym. We don't have exact numbers yet, but we can tell you this. There were more people who understood what shall not be infringed means at goals than the DNC convention right now. Woo!
Which is true.
The people who attend goals actually understood what liberty and freedom is, unlike anti-gun Democrats who want to eviscerate one of the clear protections of the Bill of Rights.
True.
Amen, brother. The convention's grand ballroom has a capacity of 2,600 people, and there were brief periods when the room appeared 2/3 full, but there were only about 50 people there to hear Pratt, the GOA's senior vice president, end the event with prayer. Lord, we commit it to you. We commit these upcoming elections to you. We thank you that you're sovereign and that no matter what happens, we rest in the fact that you are sovereign in history. Pratt said, Lord, we look forward to next year to an even bigger and better convention. I understand that they think this is a scathing article, and I don't know where the profanity was, unless it was just that Dana Loesch where she said, you can kiss my butt. I think it's a great article for the most part. You know, there are one or two inaccuracies in there, but
that's him trying to be all slick.
Yeah. So he's like, how do I FUD myself up?
Yeah, he came up to me. He was like, can I ask you some questions? I was like, Are you a reporter? Yeah. Where are you from? The Trace. I'm like, my name is John Crump. He goes, well, this isn't gonna work.
So did he think he was like gonna like bait you into saying some stupid things?
I guess, but then he walked away when I said what my name was.
That's funny.
This is the guy
Yeah,
that
well,
covered that I was when I was in the article about the Trace about the ATF leaks, and they were like trying to paint us as like extra dangerous because we were putting out the misdeeds of the ATF that they were trying to hide.
well, people do bad things. They should be called on the carpet for
I did not sign his shirt.
it.
I signed his shirt, which was kind of cool.
So
Yeah.
that's funny. Ron Wayne called in. We got Dark calling in.
Okay.
Oh,
We got 3 calls.
yeah. Jordan's asking, did you sign his shirt? That's funny.
I did not sign his shirt, Jordan.
So was there? So was it only the Trace that tried to sneak in, or there anybody else?
I don't know. There is a FOIA request that went out to request the number of undercover ATF agents there.
Ah, I don't. In my travelings around, and realistically, I only talk to other YouTubers and vendors. So I really didn't talk to too many random people. Not that I'm opposed to that.
One guy off again.
Oh, and so okay, so Crump says somebody was calling, "Hey, Rich," and I just walked away.
No, that I wasn't there when I saw it. They said, "Yeah, I said hi to Rich," but he just like walked by me.
Oh,
So I wasn't there.
I-
Somebody who came up to me was talking. Yeah, I saw Rich over there. Yeah, I said hi to him, but he just kept on. He like didn't. He ignored me.
I'm guessing I didn't hear him, or I was deep. Like seriously, I'll get lost in thoughts and walk right past people. I do that.
Yeah.
Now it'd be nice if Kurt24 called in. I'd love to talk to Kurt.
I don't think he really exists. I think he's AI.
You don't think Kurt exists?
I think he's AI.
He's a pretty good AI if he's an AI.
Yeah, well, maybe I lost control of Crump GPT, and Crump GPT escaped onto the internet through a Roomba. Hacked my Roomba.
So I'm still trying to find my Roomba. I don't know where it is. I think it got free.
Did you see that one video where the guy's Roomba got out and it was going down the road?
Yeah. I think that was fake.
I don't know. I thought even if it was fake, it was kind of fucking funny.
It's funny. And Rip Curl Readiness says, "Did you really FOIA the amount of ATF agents?" Of course, GOA did.
Yes, I knew that was going to happen. Because they were there.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I didn't go to any. Really, I was on the floor the whole time. I went to Spicy Friday, the range day, and I was on the floor the whole time. I wasn't there Sunday. I was there Saturday. So, and when did you leave? Did you leave Sunday morning?
I left Sunday afternoon. I flew out at 2, but we got kind of stuck a little bit because of weather in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you had a connecting flight?
Yeah, so they had to sign up for GOA to get in. So he is a member of GOA now. So thank you. We are going to use that $25 that you paid to help fight against the things you support.
Yeah, so the guy that was, appalled by the rhetoric and not a member, I'm like, yeah, sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Look at what was it? It was the Gunmakers match where the Vice came out and they did an article or a video and story and all that bit. I mean, look, just say who you are.
Well, Vice, I think that was kind of a fair story.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with the Vice story. I mean, that was a fair story.
Yeah.
Vice did something on 3% United Patriots a while ago, like a few years ago, and the host was like, "So were they? So they were racist, right?" And the woman was like, "No, they actually had people that were of all races and all religions." So Vice they can be fair. They can definitely be fair. Um, Vice is in a lot of financial trouble right now.
Oh, George Soros will bail him out.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's not good. Definitely not good. But mm, they've had a lot of layoffs and everything else.
Well, maybe they were seeking a way. Let's see, Vice was as fair as you can get. Yep, yeah. I think Jordan's right about that. I mean, in all respect, that Trace article, I wasn't particularly offended, but if you hate God, maybe you were offended. I think it speaks volumes that Dana Loesch, who was actually I'm trying to think who were the people. Was it Colion Noir, Dana Loesch, and Dan Bongino that were employed for NRA TV?
And Cam Edwards.
Cam Everett, yep. And I don't think Dan has said anything negative about NRA that I recall, but yeah, good on Dana Loesch. A lot of times you have an NDA where you can't say bad things, but she's like, hey, GOA's, putting their money where their mouth is, and I've always appreciated that with GOA.
Yeah, Cam is pretty high on the GOA too.
Mm-hmm.
Crump, COD 6, Black Ops 6, absolutely. Beta's about to kick off here pretty soon. It's already pre-downloaded for the beta, the closed beta, if you pre-ordered it.
Ah, cool.
Yep.
So it's funny. I find myself excited about next year's GOA. The range day was great. It was just stupid hot. I like the spicy Friday. That was fun. If in usually any kind of show, there's like ad hoc evening events. Like a vendor may take a group of people out to dinner or something like that. That's usually the kind of evening stuff goes on.
Yeah. One of the things I find interesting is I never got to go to any of the I never got to go into any of the evening stuff this time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I had like dinner meetings and
So
stuff.
I had like no meetings, and maybe as a YouTuber, I got to figure that out and do things better and schedule meetings.
Thank you for calling. Who is on the line?
My name is David.
Hey, David, how you doing?
Amar, how are you?
Good, good. What can we do for you?
This is Crump's line.
Yes, it is.
I wanted to see about the FRT decision that came through. I had bought the FRT 15 and the Alamo 15, and when it got banned, I got worried, because I didn't want them showing up at my family's business or something. Like, I relinquished them to the ATF through my attorney, but I never got any. I never got any forms. I reached out to my attorney yesterday to see if they can't find out what's going on with my triggers because I was acting in good faith. I feel like ATF needs to give me back my property.
They do have the. Are you an AGR member?
I have been. I'm not current, but I mean, I
You're not
could
currently. Well,
become one.
no, but you don't. If you become one, it's not going to really help you get it back at this point anyway. But they still have to return it to you. They just have a longer time period. They have up until February to return it to you, but they have to return it to you.
So there's nothing to stop him from becoming an NAGR member again. It doesn't. There's nothing in it that says when you have to have been an NAGR member.
But what they would do is since they will they won't give him any advantage of getting the shirt back, but you will still get it back. It's 6 months. I think you have to call and ask for it back.
So your attorney didn't get any paperwork, any kind of receipt from the ATF?
He should have got
not that I'm aware.
When you turn in something over to the ATF, they should give you a form, like a confiscation and forfeiture form.
I'm not going to say the name. I'm not going to say the name because Rich, I'm in Florida too, and you may have heard of this attorney that I used. But I never filled out any paperwork of any kind.
Well, if you turn it over to the attorney's going to the one that's going to be signing the document.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I do any of those acquisition forms or whatever. The one that says you're
forfeiture,
you're relinquishing it for them to forfeiture. Yeah, I never filled out any of those forms because I was very aware of those forms when this was all happening. So I just kind of took my attorney's word for it. I have it all in emails with them. Brought the triggers to the office, left them there, and then they forwarded it to the ATF.
Well, you should be able to get it back.
So
they weren't supposed to destroy any of them.
That was my next question because I was worried about that.
No, they have like 11,888, I believe, or something like that, or somewhere around there of triggers that's just sitting there.
I'm suspecting the majority of them were taken from were WOTs taken from BDU.
It might be, but the thing is, they don't have them in one central location. So some are in Martinsburg, but others are in local field offices. So I would go back to that attorney and see if he has any information. Then contact the local field office.
So here's another question. So I know that this ruling was specifically rare breed and the WOT, but I had the Alamo 15, which is really a better trigger. It performed perfect at anything I ever put it in. Does that ruling would apply to that as well, or easy?
That is the $1 million question. If you can read it two ways. They named the rare breed and they named the WOT trigger, but they also referenced the FRT triggers. So,
and it's design. They reference the design of the trigger.
Yeah, the Alamo 15 is basically identical to it does actually part of the suit.
It was actually the guns that I had problems getting at the cycle with the FRT. When I put the Alamo 15 in, it ran like a sewing machine. It was unbelievable how well that trigger performed. Yeah, I would really rather have that than the FRT, but I'll take whatever I can get. Point.
All right. Well, thank you for calling. We have other calls waiting, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick those up.
Yeah. Thank you for talking to me, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Love the show.
Bye.
Cool.
Grasshopper, call.
You're on there.
Hey, Mr. Crump. It was great to meet you all this weekend. Really appreciated you being there, and we so appreciate what you do.
Thank you. Who is this? What's your name?
My name's John. I'm in Catawba, North Carolina.
Oh yeah, I remember meeting you.
Yeah, and we continue to support the Scouts whenever you need it. You just let us know, and we'll do our best.
All right, that's good. Go ahead.
My question is, we've been through the force reset triggers. We've been through pump stock. We've been through the pistol brace, and ATF's been smacked down again and again. What do you see as the next strategy or the next target ATF has in mind?
Well, I would say that it would be the binary triggers, but they've been losing so much. I think they might be a little bit gun shy to go after binary triggers. That's what I would. That's what I would guess. But right now, I think that they have their hands full fighting cases, and they're losing everywhere. So, for the near future, I think they're going to be concentrating on trying to save some of the roles that are currently in jeopardy, and they've been losing a lot. And now they can't rely on Chevron deference, which is a huge deal.
So they can't make up rules on their own, is what it is.
Do you see this then going to Congress, with Congress trying to rewrite rules, or states trying to bypass the feds by doing it internally?
I do see states trying to do it. In fact, some states are already trying to do it now. And states have done it. Like, there's been bans on 80s in certain states. In California, for example, they banned the ghost gunner by name. So I think it's going to be more of a state level thing. I know Democrats want to do it on the federal level, but I don't think they have the votes to do it on a federal level. So I think the next fight is going to be at the state level.
Gotcha. Well, listen, thank you for all you do, and a shout out to Flying Rich. I always enjoy hearing him as well. Y'all have a great night, and keep the fight.
Were you the one that Flying Rich blew off at goals? Say yes.
He was a busy man.
Yeah, well, thank you. It was great meeting you at goals. Are you going to go next year?
All right. Take care. Bye. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. With the whole posse. Now all the guys are coming with me. I was a scout, so we'll be there in droves,
cool.
for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. God bless.
God bless you
Thank
too,
you, man. God bless you.
All right. Can an FRT trigger be purchased legally right now? The answer is yes. You can go ahead and buy one.
Bazinga.
The ATF is powerless, and they tried to get that little stay the other day, which they got smacked down, and the judge said, absolutely, I'm not issuing a stay on this, because you're not going to win at the Fifth Circuit, and you're not going to win at the Supreme Court, because we already know that the arguments are almost identical to Cargill, which is the bump stock case, and they already lost at the Supreme Court, so I don't see any reason why to stay the case. And I agree with Reed O'Connor on this. If that number 844 Crumpy 0.
So,
0.
But individual states, you could, like Florida has a ban on enhanced triggers. So in individual states, you can have issues.
Yeah, individual states. That the real battle coming up is going to be at the state level more than the federal level, I think. I just wanted to shout out. We have we're raising money for the Cub Scouts, which is awesome because they need our help here. I'm going to put that out, and also we do have sponsorships open for John Crump News and John Crump Live, whatever one. We can work that out if you own a company and want to sponsor it. All the money from sponsorships goes to different things. Let me go ahead and put this through. You are on the air with John Crump and Rich. Who's calling?
Yes, sir. This is Daniel.
Hey, Daniel. What's up, man?
Are y'all still doing the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to ask, what's a good way to locate a firearms attorney? Yeah, I'm in Texas, but I was just going to see if you have any good resource for that?
Email me at just email me at john@johncrumpnews.com. John@johncrumpnews.com. I will get back to you. I know a bunch of good firearms attorneys down there. It really depends on where you're located at.
Okay. I'll email you and let you know.
Yeah, and if you're looking for a civil or criminal attorney, it depends, because there's certain attorneys that specialize in different things. So I really need to get more information so I can recommend you to a proper attorney.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'll do that, and I'll send you along with the information that I need. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Cool.
Thank you. All right, so yeah, like I was saying, if you're interested in sponsoring either John Crump News, John Crump Live, or whatever, all the money will go to the Cub Scouts, because scouting's gotten really expensive, but it's really, really good for kids, and a lot of kids can't afford scouting. So by doing this, I can help kids afford to be Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts, because that is what I do. Yeah, everything's gotten expensive. But yeah, it is 6:02 out there, and the chair is against the wall, which means that we have to close down the show. But I think the number have been successful, and I think we're going to keep it.
That's cool.
Maybe open it up to questions for people. Yep. All right, guys, that is it. I love you very much. Remember to follow Flying Rich at FlyingRich_official on Instagram, Flying Rich Firearms, Flying Rich on YouTube, where you might be watching this at. And check out my news channel, John Crump News. I am working on a few different investigations right now, and I think thank you, Johnny Three Bar. And some of those investigations will be big, some of those investigations will be small, but we will see. And with that, Fluffy Bunny Arsenal. Before I get going, I did get to meet Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, which was a great guy out in Texas, and it was a lot of fun meeting him. All right, guys, that is it. We'll be back tomorrow at Paul Vallone. Next week, we're going to have Sam from Gun Owners of California and some other people on, a couple attorneys maybe. And I'm working on one other person for next week that never been on the show.
Oh, cool. Alrighty, guys, I got to run.